One day before Christmas Eve, my dad said the best gift would be if I disappeared from this family. No one defended me, so I did exactly that. After selling the house I paid for and canceling their holiday dinner, they found what I taped to the fridge. I am the middle child of 3. My older brother Danny is 36. My younger sister Megan is 28. I am 32. Growing up, I was invisible. Danny was the athlete, Megan was the baby. I was just there. I learned early that if I wanted attention, I had to earn it. So I worked. I got a scholarship to college. I got a degree in accounting. I got a good job, and then a better one. By 28, I was making more money than both my siblings combined. My parents never acknowledged it. When Danny got promoted to assistant manager at a sporting goods store, they threw him a party. When I made senior accountant at my firm, they forgot to call me. 5 years ago, my parents were about to lose their house. Dad had made bad investments. Mom had medical bills. They were 3 months behind on the mortgage, and the bank was ready to foreclose. They called a family meeting. Danny said he could not help because he had car payments. Megan said she was still paying off student loans. Everyone looked at me. I paid off their mortgage, $127,000. I did not ask for anything in return. I did not put my name on the deed. I just wrote the check because they were my parents, and I thought that is what family does. They never thanked me. Over the next 5 years, I kept helping. I paid for Megan wedding, $34,000. I paid for Danny kids private school, $18,000 a year. I paid for mom's surgery last spring, $12,000 out of pocket. I paid for the family vacation to Florida. I paid for the new roof. I paid for everything, and somehow I was still invisible. Last December 23rd, we were all at my parents' house preparing for Christmas Eve dinner. I was in the kitchen helping mom cook when my dad walked in. He had been drinking. He looked at me and said, "You know what would be the best Christmas gift this year?" I asked what. He said, "If you just disappeared from this family, you always have to make everything about yourself. Always showing off your money. Always acting like you are better than us." The kitchen went silent. My mom kept stirring the pot. She did not say a word. Danny was leaning against the counter. He laughed quietly. Megan was sitting at the table on her phone. She did not even look up. I waited for someone to defend me. No one did. Something inside me went very still. I did not cry. I did not yell. I just nodded and said, "Okay." Then I left. I drove home and made some calls. The next morning on Christmas Eve, I contacted a real estate lawyer. I explained the situation. I had paid off my parents' mortgage in full 5 years ago. I had all the records. The house was still in their names, but I had documentation proving I paid for it entirely. My lawyer said we had options. I chose the nuclear one. I filed a claim against the property. Given the amount I paid and the lack of any formal gift documentation, I had grounds to force a sale. It took 3 months, but the court agreed. My parents had to sell the house or pay me back $127,000. They did not have $127,000. The house sold in April. After the bank took their cut and I took mine, my parents walked away with $43,000. Barely enough for a deposit on an apartment, but that was not all. While the legal process was happening, I made more calls. The restaurant where I booked and prepaid their Christmas dinner got a cancellation. $2,400 refunded to my card. The airline tickets I bought for their spring trip got canceled. $3,800 back. The payment plan I set up for Megan car insurance got stopped. She found out when her policy lapsed. Danny kids got removed from the private school payment system. He found out when the bursar called asking for $9,000 in back tuition. One by one, every single thing I had been quietly paying for disappeared. On the day my parents moved out, I drove over one last time. They were not there. The house was empty except for the fridge. I taped an envelope to it. Inside was a single piece of paper, a spreadsheet. Every payment I had made for the family over the past 5 years. The mortgage, the wedding, the tuition, the medical bills, the vacations, everything. The total at the bottom was $247,000. Below the number I wrote one sentence. "You asked me to disappear. I did. Merry Christmas." My mom called me 67 times that week. I did not answer. Danny left voicemails calling me every name, then begging for help with tuition. Megan sent texts saying I ruined her credit. My dad never called, not once. I heard from my aunt that he told everyone I had stolen from them, that I had manipulated them. He still has not admitted what he said to me that night. It has been 8 months. My parents live in a 2-bedroom apartment now. Danny pulled his kids out of private school. Megan's husband left her. They all blame me. I used to feel guilty. I used to wonder if I went too far. Then I remember standing in that kitchen waiting for someone to say something, anything, and no one did. I gave them everything for years, and the one thing they wanted was for me to be gone. So I gave them that too. Some gifts you cannot return.